Alright, so I'm doing a lot of 10-minute videos. I'm going to try to make these briefer as possible. So let's go to our first story of the day. Layla, um, currently a major hurricane with winds of sustained at 130. So this would be, let's look at our hurricane cat just tracker. Let's see what we have here. That's not what I want. I wanted our scale, power scale. So 130 is a bad hurricane. I just want to see this in a second. So this would be at 130. This would be a category 4 hurricane. We have a Cat 4 hurricane in the Pacific. That's pretty incredible, huh? The most incredible part is I don't think NHC predicted this to intensify like this. As far as I know, in my last update on this hurricane, it showed it to remain a regular hurricane, not a major, which is 3 or above. That's very interesting. What I want to look at is the current SST anomalies because I don't know how this sorry, excuse me. I don't know how this is intensifying because I mean we have some warm water there definitely, but it's not like over the equatorial Pacific, so that's very interesting. Plus when you get north in latitude, even the warmer than average water isn't that warm compared to the equatorial warmth. You know what I'm saying? It's relative. It's all relative. So, um, and anyway, anyways, here's our sea surface temperature anomalies. Let's see what else we have to look at. I just did an update. I feel like all the freshness is out of me because I did so many things in that update, but we might not even hone in on winter that much in this update. Let's take a look at our storm prediction center. Nothing major really. If you want to take a look at our severe climatology storms today, we usually see them in these 3 areas: Southeast, Mid-Atlantic, Midwest, highlighted areas. Excuse me, guys. This year, tornadoes have been in these areas in the red, at least our tornado watches. I want to look at storms of just a regular severe caliber. This is our severe storms, much more wide and expansive and densely populated in terms of where we've seen our severe thunderstorm watches. Let's go, yeah, we'll make this a regular update. As I say, I do 90% long range or more here. This will be a shorter range update. Here's our 8 to 14 day outlook. I want to start out with our 6 to 10 day outlook and then move on from there. So again, Texas is going to be hot along extending up to the northern plains. Let's take a look at our analog for this period. Beautiful thing about these little piece by piece short range analogs is that you can get an idea of the winter in the sense that you know what did we have before those winters occurred. You know, this is what the purpose for me using these analogs are for. So we have 24, 25, 24, 24. So our biggest year to me that stands out here is 2024. To be honest, I don't remember. Oh my gosh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Um, let's try to take a look at our winter of 24-25 just to see what that was like. I don't know if NOAA allows us to use this. They kind of shut it down. So I guess they do. So let's take a look at that. Our geopotential heights for that winter of 24-25. We're going to take a look from December 1st all the way to February 1st of 2025, which is the winter we're looking at for 24-25. Anomaly, Northern Hemisphere, we'll do that and create a plot. So here is our winter of 24-25. It's decent for the Northeast. My goodness, very pronounced trough there, ridging in the there's your positive PNA in the West and negative EPO. Again, sending a lot of troughing into the Northeast. Do you want to take a look at something Northeast snowfall winter winter of 2024, 2025, because that looks like a big winter there. Let's see. It says this winter of 24-25 brought persistent cold and multiple snow events in the Northeast, but overall snow was below normal. Okay, so maps can deceive you in the sense that they're not set in stone. So again, it was a below average snowfall. Concord, New Hampshire is 30 inches below. All these areas: Boston, Bangor, Maine, Burlington, Vermont, Worcester, Massachusetts. It, that's actually the only city that's seen above normal snowfall. So again, it wasn't that bad of a pattern. I'm going to close you guys off looking at the 500 heights. We're going to use the Canadian model for that. Just reviewing our 500 heights for the winter. We'll look at our seasonal upper air heights, 500 millibar for winter. Notice we'll progress incrementally towards winter, August, September, October. Our fall looks like this. Pure fall, in other words, September, October, November looks like this. Fall into winter, and winter sets up. You start to see that subtropical jet. You know, I want to look at what does a typical subtropical jet stream produce for winter weather, USA weather. Let's see what this has for us. So I love AI. It's beautiful. So the subtropical jet gives you what it is. So we know what it is. So I'll read you just as fast as I can, and we'll close because I'm trying to make these updates a bit shorter. Storm track shifts. Stronger storm track. I'm just looking at stuff that can really help us out because we all know what subtropical jet is pretty much here. Temperature patterns can enhance cold air outbreaks by allowing Arctic air to plunge southward. Okay, so again, good for snow. Precip, again, above average rainfall for the southeast Gulf Coast, severe weather potential. So again, you typically get a lot of severe weather in winter with the subtropical jet. So in conclusion, the big thing I want you to take home with you is something I learned new along with you possibly too, is that when you get your subtropical jet, that actually allows cold air to go into the USA. So when another reason for a brutal cold and snowy winter is because we have the subjet going to provide our precip, major amplification of precip in that subjet, and then right above that, you know, you get your cold. So anywhere above that subjet this year, whether it be Texas or Tennessee or even the northern parts of Georgia, etc., or whatnot, watch out. Midwest too, maybe Great Lakes, possibly Northeast. It'll be a bad winter, guys. Models are confirming it. So I'm confirming it. A lot of other meteorologists like Joe Bastardi are confirming it. So in the meantime, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day, and stay tuned.